Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the GameSwift Townhall. Today with me are Pan Paragraf, the CEO of GameSwift. Hey, Pan.
Welcome, everybody.
I saw that you have the caption Houston on your t-shirt. So, Houston, do we have a problem? No, we got a problem solver.
We've got the problem solvers on board. At the end of the day, we know how to get out from the problems. So don't worry about the current market conditions. You are in the good board.
Yeah, and also with us today is David Skibby, an interesting nickname you have, the BD at GameSwift, meaning the business developer who has recently represented us at the Southeast Blockchain Week. So he's gonna tell us a little bit more about what the hell was going on over there. But to kick off, we'll start with Pan sharing some insights about the current market conditions. What's going on, Pan? Bitcoin dumping, not bumping, but dumping, unfortunately. What does it
Yeah,
mean?
obviously we've got our agenda, but I think a lot of you are also very connected with the overall market sentiment. So by seeing the events like this on Bitcoin chart, you are probably asking yourself whether it's the end or not. And I need to be honest that when I seen a very big criticism about the people shorting Bitcoin somewhere around 65, 66,000, I opened my short personally somewhere around here. Now I closed because this green zone was the zone when I was supposed to take profit from my short. So personally, I feel that this is something which is well deserved. I've been I've been even tracking even Il Capo. He's one of the most hated technical analysts across the space because he was pushing very hard with his thesis that Bitcoin will go down to 12,000. As you can see, it didn't go to 12,000, but to 15, 16,000. And since then, whatever Il Capo was posting was subject to the hate and criticism. So when I was opening my short here, I tried to figure it out. What is Il Capo take on that? Because in the previous years he had a couple of positive recommendations, and I discovered that he's shorting Bitcoin in this range, with the liquidity zone somewhere around 56, 57,000. So I start to check the comments under his tweets, and they were very, very negative. A lot of people hated that you cannot short during the bull market, and that was kind of the sign that we are in the all-time high of the kind of sentiment. So that's why I was pretty convinced that we might go a little bit down, but my let's say long-term perspective is still very bullish. I'm not sure. I don't think that we can make a very quick recover from here. I think that we should go sideways for a pretty for quite some time, maybe until the end of June. But my thesis is still positive. When I think about the longer perspective, I am expecting that summer from November there is the risk of the top, that we can reach the top, but I don't think that it's already here. So we'll see. Of course, that's not financial advice. Obviously, we are experiencing the massive blood across all the altcoins. They are bleeding like the hell. So it is also like concerning GameSwift. So I know that what you can possibly feel. I am with your team. We are here basically to tell you that we really don't care about negative market sentiment. We are like long-term builders. We've been developing throughout the whole bear market, and we are not supposed to stop during the market of the bull. I am also very, very happy to see that Star Heroes is experiencing a very good growth. Star Heroes sold out their whole NFT collection during those bleeding market conditions. Now those NFTs are, thanks to the duty app, they are creating the demand for Star Heroes token. A lot of people start sending their heroes for the missions. So maybe I will return the question to you, Kubasco. What do you think about Star Heroes, about the duty app? Maybe you can tell something more about it. I'm really curious. What's your perspective?
Yeah, that is a very important event for us. The Hero WebGT app, this is like a complementary game within the game that we have. And this is a game for those of you who either want to actively play the game and participate in game, or they just want to be part of the Star Heroes ecosystem and increase the trade value of the app. So the general sense of this app is to send your heroes on missions, is to gain experience points, and to level them up. And by leveling up, you can get a higher star score in the in-game leaderboard. But imagine that you might have a lot of them, and once this game starts and the public access launches already this month, because it's the 1st of May, we expect really huge numbers of players wanting to play. And those of them who want to actually make it to the very top of the leaderboard, they will need their heroes. And there come you saying, guys, I spent so much time sending them on missions, I put some effort in it. Here you go. So now I would like to share with you what the app looks like. So I'll share my screen straight away. Share screen.
And by the way, the
Got
public
it.
access is this month, right? So we are finally entering the public access for Star Heroes. That's something that I really cannot wait for.
Yeah, and of course, we cannot forget that this is the main thing, the game. You can check out the Star Heroes recent gameplay video on Twitter. Maybe we'll share it later because it looks really amazing. I have a feeling that people keep like forgetting that we actually have the game, and this is a pretty cool game, and you still haven't seen the latest version of it, and this is the whole point. But the Hero app, it's, as I said, a game within the game, intended for the NFT specifically. So the general idea of the app is that you connect your wallet, guys, and you can, if you have the Star Heroes NFTs that you bought in the Hero sale or from secondary markets right now, you will see them right here in this Heroes panels. As you can see, there's also one for maps. So map holders, also stay tuned, so to say. But let's focus on the heroes. So I've already sent one of them today on a mission. Maybe let's do it with another. Let's take this risk and let's do it with the other one. So I click on the hero. I can also select all of them. I don't want to do it because it's just an example of how it works. So when you choose the mission, you have 3 missions to choose. These missions will change every week. But the most important thing is, guys, that for each of the missions, you get the experience points and the star score. So the star score is something that you will see on the in-game leaderboard when it starts. So heroes in general are a really key and important part of the ecosystem. So the more like experience and level your heroes are, the higher is your score on the in-game leaderboard. But in order to level up, you need experience. So you have 3 missions to choose, and each of these missions costs a little bit more star, but also brings you more experience and more star score. For each of these missions, you have 2 options. You can just send it for regular one. In this case, it lasts 2 hours. Or you can boost it up and make it shorter. So all in all, it means that you need less time to level your heroes up. There are also, maybe let's just start this mission right now. Yeah. So my hero is already on the missions. It will last for 3 hours, 49 minutes. And when I go up here to the very top of the screen, I can see, first of all, the amount of star score that I earned today. And this is the first number. Oh, it just increased to 18 because it's the second one I did. And also the total amount of star score that I earned this season. So what's happening in the app right now is already counting for the public access season one. You can also see the number of missions that I completed today. What is important, guys, that no matter how many NFTs you have and send them on missions, what counts for the leaderboard every day are the 10 most valuable missions in terms of star score. So yeah, that's something important to remember. There is also another important factor. This is the Star Force points that also give you like bonus experience, as you can read it here, and extra star score points. So basically, this is another benefit of staking the star tokens. It boosts your hero progression in the Hero Web app. Maybe the last functionality I will mention is that in order to do all of these actions, to increase the value of your heroes, to build this hero squad, you need to top up your account with Star right here so that you don't have to validate each transaction uh, at once. You know, this is like your balance. We called it the duty balance. So if you want to read more about the Hero Duty app, you're invited to go to our wiki or to read our Medium article. We filled it up with a lot of useful information. But the most important one for you to understand is that within our economy, the Hero app is one of the blocks that really help you climb up the leaderboard. And this is super important to really boost your heroes. We also have a lot of ideas on how to incentivize you to send them on missions, maybe some boosts for a particular race like Degens or Interstellars and other ones. So whether you want to make it to the top of the leaderboard, you can already start working on that right now and have an early advantage. I hope, Pan, that I did it in a way that convinced you to go to the Hero DD app right now and send them on missions.
Yeah, and I think it is worth it, especially now when there is kind of the disbelief in the market, and I feel that some people, I'm gonna tell you how I see this, and that's the crystal ball kind of analysis. That right now, a lot of people are in disbelief, are a little bit scared. Star Heroes is starting to pump, even though those bearish market conditions. The game launch is approaching the public access. So the closer to the public game launch, probably Star Heroes will grow. More and more people will start to recognize that, hey, what I can do to get exposure for Star Token, and they will find this duty app. They start sending those heroes for the missions. But those who start now, they have this early advantage. So that's why I'm like participating in the duty app. And I also would like to address because I spent some time to analyze Discord channels to gather some feedback from the most engaged committee about Star Heroes. And I've read through a couple of concerns that this whole system is a bit too complicated, that none of mainstream gamers are going to use this hero app, that there are a couple of applications in different places. To be honest, I don't agree with it, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I think what Star Heroes did is very unique because they found a way to make the gaming experience very easy to approach, to delete the barrier of entry for the people from outside the crypto. Trust me, once you will enter the public access on 21st of May, even if you are not part of the Web3 space, you will have no problem to play the game. You will be able to level up your spaceships, level up your fleet, progress within the tier system, and just have fun from playing the game. Right? That's the most important thing at the end of the day. And there are none of like crypto items or crypto NFTs, tokens that are involved within the game. You don't need them. And that's super cool for the people outside crypto, right? This game could be easily listed on Steam, for example. But for those who are like more deep into the details, more deep into the Web3, on top of the game, they have the Duty Hero app, right? And what is best about it, that this app is giving the utility for Star Heroes token, because by staking Star Heroes token, you get more Star Force, so more points, basically bonus and boost for the missions. Then those NFTs are sent for the missions. Why using the star token? So that's another utility for star token, and that's why the star token is growing even during the bearish market conditions, right? So even me, I can say that even though I received some airdrop, in some cases I feel a big temptation to buy more star tokens to get boosts for shortening the missions, right? So that's a very well calculated system where we are not overwhelming the non-crypto gamers. You're like taking out the crypto sphere out from the game into the separate application, but the degens like you and even the people who are not going to play the game, they are able to have some Web3 experience on the web page, which is very easy to access. So even some people who requested that, hey, but we are not gamers and we don't feel that we are part of the Star Heroes. Now you can feel that you are part of the Star Heroes game, because you don't need to play you don't need to download the game on the desktop. You can just enter the web page and be part of the Heroes Duty app. So that's what I really like about it. And speaking of whether it's complicated or not, guys, this game is very easy. You are going to see this at the start of 21st of May. It is not complicated. You are just entering the game, level up your spaceships, then progress within tier progression system, very similar to World of Tanks idea. So this is very easy. Let's put it straight. The game is system is very easy, but the thing which is like maybe a bit complicated is the way of having exposure for these Star Heroes tokens, and I think that's totally understood. It cannot be easy, right? If we give away as the project, as the developers, the tokens for somebody, we might have a couple of conditions that we would like you to met in order to be eligible for the airdrop, right? That's pretty simple. So we tried to find the system where we will basically reward different communities and basically to find the way to approach every single member of the community. So basically the way how you will be eligible for the Star Heroes airdrop is based on three criteria, right? The first is typically connected with the game. The more you play, basically not necessarily the more you play, the more you level up, the more successful you are within the game. That's 1/3 of the leaderboard points that will be counted for the future airdrop, right? So that's pretty fair. Your performance within the game does matter, right? And the game is very easy. The second component is connected with the social fi campaign. So it matters for the success of Star Heroes. We want to reach out with the game to more and more people. So 1/3 of the points into the leaderboard is typically correlated with social fi tasks. And that's very similar to Nyan Heroes. They made a very huge success with their social fi campaign. This is kind of the inspiration and one of the reasons why we decided to postpone the game launch, because we wanted to make this public access very well prepared for the social reach. And the final 1/3 is connected with Heroes Duty app. And this is the way of creating utility for the star token, for those NFTs. So basically, when you think about it, there are three components, and that's it. Three components which does matter in the big fight for the leaderboard of Star Heroes airdrop. It's really well balanced across different criteria. We are going probably to rebalance the meta on the way up and adjust the statistics. This, for example, what Big Time is doing. They keep and they sustained a really good number of users and gamers thanks to the fact that they have a lot of factors which does matter into the leaderboard system connected with the Big Time airdrop, right? And when you think about it, it's really similar to what Star Heroes is doing. The difference is that Star Heroes games itself is very easy. It's having very low barrier of entry, and I'm sure that once the game will be launched, you will find it really entertaining. Yeah, sorry that was a very long answer, but I wanted to share my personal perspective.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of clear that, there is just a couple of activities, kinds of activities that you might do to climb up the leaderboard. You gotta play, you got a separate opportunity, which is the Hero Duty app. And by the way, this app is available on your mobiles too. So wherever you are, whenever you wanna do it, you can freely do it and get engaged. You can even climb up the leaderboard by focusing on the Hero Web Duty app and, for example, staking. This is what we've been discussing. So this is really like a key component of the whole ecosystem. And apart from it comes the social aspect, and we can't wait to share more details. Working hard right now on really making a buzz around Star Heroes the way Nyan Heroes did, for example. It's already in the making, guys. So maybe the last topic, Pan, about Star Heroes, the Tom's case, the
Oh
famous
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tom's case.
That's something that I really like to address. So guys, I think some of you a little overreacted while seeing this tweet, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm I'm not surprised that you overreacted, because when you see that Tom Kowalczyk, CTO of Star Heroes, is thanking the whole team and wishing good luck, it's kind of the farewell, right? It's time to say goodbye. You may feel that, oh yeah, you are quitting the team. Oh my God, what's next? You are not a part of the team anymore. What you are cooking? Rip Star Heroes, rest in peace. So I wanted to address this very easily. Obviously, Tom has already written on the Discord, on Telegram, tried to address those concerns, but let me get it and put it very straight to you. Tom had kind of the mission impossible, since he had to, let's say, combine being CTO of GameSwift and being CTO of Star Heroes at the same time. And he did it for almost 1 year till now. So obviously the reason why Tom was the CTO is due to the fact that I was sure that he's the best person to handle the Web3 gaming part of Star Heroes development. But since Tom has delivered every single aspect of the Web3 sphere around Star Heroes, his mission is completed. Now it's all about developing the game, and that's the work for Patrick Fiałkowski. You met him. He's the best person to become the CTO and the future developer of Star Heroes. Now, this is the most important challenge for Star Heroes. There's literally no Web3 development around Star Heroes, since it's the roadmap about crypto in Star Heroes is already finished. Tom did his job, and now he's not saying goodbye to and good luck to the whole GameSwift ecosystem. Now he can finally focus on GameSwift only, right? Uh, that's why we should be really thankful to Tom, but also we shouldn't be afraid, right? He either whether you are part of Star Heroes or GameSwift, that's a really standard announcement. Star Heroes, the job of Tom has been delivered around crypto. Now it's only about live ops around the game itself. Tom is staying with us in GameSwift. Now he can focus on being CTO in one project rather than two. So shout out to Tom for his hard work. I need to admit that I cannot imagine being CTO in both projects at the same time. That's kind of the challenge. So that's exactly why I'm really admiring what Tom did for Star Heroes. But obvi- to be sincere, uh, there is no use keeping Tom in Star Heroes, since the Web3 job has been already shipped, has been already delivered. So I don't want to pay him, right, for doing nothing. Now it's time to for the new people to shine up. That's obviously kind of the joke. Uh, I hope that this is well addressed for you.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to add that it was really nice to see Tina Turner screaming out, "You're simply the best" for the whole time of your speech right now, Wojtek. But I also wanted to add that it is actually a bullish news for both projects. First of all, it means that the blockchain job is done at Star Heroes. Second of all, it means that Tomek has raised like worthy, valuable successors. For example, Patrick and the second Tom right now. It means that already over all of those years that we've been working together, our team gains enough experience to grow, guys, and to take responsibility into your own hands. This is just fantastic to see people grow. And third of all, it means that he can finally focus 100% at GameSwift. Guys, you should be celebrated like Tina Turner.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's for example very bullish news for me because now I have Tom fully focusing on delivering our blockchain, on delivering our GS AI. So yeah, that's a very cool thing.
that's it. And speaking of GameSwift, here comes David Skibby, who has been representing GameSwift recently at the uh, Southeast Asia Blockchain Week. If I say this correctly, there was a lot going on over there, man. Just tell us more. We're super hungry for the
Yeah.
news.
Yeah, so I was representing GameSwift at Southeast Asia Blockchain Week, but before that in Token 2049 in Dubai, and before that in Tokyo. So like I've been traveling around the world for quite a while already to speak the good word about GameSwift and Star Heroes. And you know, guys, this job couldn't be easier in my opinion because the work that you're doing is actually speaking for itself. And what I've been hearing from you right now is mostly focusing on like the Web3 aspect of the whole Star Hero ecosystem and GameSwift. But the thing that I was showing mostly to all of this Web3 and gaming people was actually the gameplay of Star Heroes, because this is something that made their jaws just drop on the ground instantly, because they haven't seen such an advanced like esports game and like FPS. This genre that you guys created is, in my opinion, something that can um, really change the level of the game in our industry. And not even mentioning the fact that we have everything ready when it comes to like Web3 aspect, like the staking, all of the missions. This is all gamified in a way that it should be for the gamers, right? But imposing that Web3 aspect into that and making it seamless, like Pan said, like on the 23rd, 21st, everybody will see how easy it is to actually play the game. And I cannot wait to finally send the links to all of the people that have been asking for the way to play right now. And so like, yeah, as we spoke, I was representing GameSwift, but this time I had actually opportunity to attend a panel with total legends of the Web3 gaming ecosystem. People from YGG, from Avocado DAO, the Pichapen. She was the moderator of that panel. She's just a amazingly connected person here in Thailand. And actually, one of the questions that I wanted to share with you, or like maybe there is a couple of questions from the panel that I wanted to share with you guys. One of the questions for everybody was like our approach to the Thai market, and actually Thai market specifically, but for us it's mostly focusing on this Southeast Asia market. But what I got to know is that Thailand is actually the number two biggest market when it comes to creating revenues in gaming, um, with like $1.1 billion total revenue. This is crazy. But on top of that, 21% of Thai citizens own crypto. So this market is totally penetrated, and like there is actually I don't see a better market emerging when it comes to gaming because like Philippines, Indonesia, they're also very big when it comes to gamers and games and Web3 projects that are raising there. But I feel these markets are already a little bit saturated, while Thailand is pretty interesting. And what I see the most actually when it comes to the opportunity in Thailand, this is something that for probably some of our older listeners, viewers, is going to be known, which is internet cafes. Because here in Asia, internet cafes with like gaming and esport vibes are pretty common, and sometimes I've even been at the cafe at like 1 o'clock a.m. And out of 100 stations, like 80% of them were filled with people playing all kinds of esport games, mostly like League of Legends, mostly Counter-Strike. But I haven't seen anybody actually playing Web3 games yet. And I think this model of people just coming, enjoying the games, but also having ability to earn or at least get some return on their investments here would be very interesting. Um, so yeah, we also spoke during the panel about something that I hear you guys speaking as well, which is point fi. So all of these different economic like structures that games and projects such as ours are building in order to keep the users playing, keep them engaged, or like staking their assets, etc. With Star Heroes, we have this star power. Um, but one of my favorite examples, and probably if you've talked with me, you already know, is Mochaverse, which we spoke with Yellow Panther as well on the panel. Um, Mochaverse has created this whole point fi ecosystem in order to prepare us for the airdrop and like prepare some eligibility for public sale round that is just happening right now. And I feel like this is the trend that more and more projects are going to be approaching, not only just taking account of, let's say, volume, like we used to have that in the whole airdrop phase, but I feel like right now it's all going to be about like this quests, the social aspect, the all of the different points that you are getting along the way that you are a fan, a gamer, a player of certain games, or like just a community or guild member, because we actually were talking about guilds during that panel. But as you see, it's all kind of connected. It's there is so much to talk about it that yeah, that was what we've been doing in Thailand during Southeast Blockchain Week, Southeast Asia Blockchain Week.
Ah, fuck.
Then
I just realized that I leaked that. Yeah, but I don't know whether I leak it or not, Kuba. That was just my assumption, personal, right? I'm not formally part of the Star Heroes team. I can tell and say whatever I want, right?
yeah, and I can tell you that the game launched yesterday. We just
Yeah,
last
sorry,
minute
Stevie,
thing.
you're a
Just
little
be
bit confused,
patient.
but while you've been speaking, some people recognize that we might leak the official date of the public launch of Star Heroes. But yeah, that's kind of the funny story. But
Oh,
it's not a
sorry.
leak; it's just my assumption, right, guys? It's not financial advice or any sort of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
good,
Okay.
Stevie, that you are bullish about your crypto conference. Especially, I've been with you on the big Animoca event or organized by Mochaverse, we did a very good networking there. I'm also really impressed of what they are developing. I think they could be a really good partner for both GameSwift and Star Heroes. And I can admit what Skibi said, that he's been showcasing the gameplay of Star Heroes, and some people were like, yeah, it's another Web3 game, I'm not really interested. Yeah, but oh wait, is it really your game? Is it really working? So yeah, that's how some of them, even from Animoca portfolio companies, they started shooting Star Heroes during Mocaverse event. That was really crazy indeed. Speaking of your comment, Crypto81, is Tom Kowalczyk still in your team? Yes, the fuck yes. I've just said it. Like, I couldn't explain it better, but let me put it straight. Tom Kowalczyk is staying is CTO of GameSwift. Over. Yeah, that's it, right?
I mean, he's in. It's not over.
Like over of my sentence. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, you were talking about like showing Star Heroes to all of those people at different conferences. Let me just share this one video. I really like it
Yeah,
right
do it.
now.
Do it.
The last one that we posted. Hope you will be able to hear the sound. Just take it. Look how beautiful these spaceships are. How different.
Yes, obviously you should watch it on your personal computer with better resolution, but it's crazy indeed, and it makes smile on my face while seeing it.
Okay, so the resolution wasn't that good, but believe
No,
me,
no,
on
basically
your
when you
screen.
share anything on StreamYard, it's not so smooth like it's on Twitch or yeah.
Sure. But anyways, we just can't wait to let you play it, and we're really looking forward to play ourselves, to be honest, because at this moment I can't, for example, and it pisses me off. But
Yeah, yeah, and
fortunately,
even
we
guys
got the
from
hero
Mocaverse, they
visit.
wanted to play it, so that's what we are working, and that's what Skibi is working behind the scenes to make them play the game, because whoever is playing the game, then he wants to stay, and I think that's the biggest challenge. And speaking of why the game launch has been postponed, that was like the reason, because our we can like reveal the backstage of Star Heroes development. Basically, while seeing the game ready, we've been really hesitant to launch it right now because it was ready. But what we've been missing is those social fi campaign aspects, which are going to make those games to come at the time of the game launch. That's the inspiration from Nine Heroes, and that's why the game has been postponed. So I think at the end of the day, maybe it's even a good decision, because right now the market is bleeding. Making any huge announcements is not a good idea. That's why you will not probably see any bullish announcements from the major teams, because they are postponing everything. So at the end of the day, it turned out to be a very good decision, and that's why I started with the overall market conditions analysis, because let's be honest with each other, we cannot say that it doesn't affect the marketing and business development of Web3 gaming, of crypto projects. It is naturally correlated. If there is bearish market sentiment, then projects are very hesitant about pushing big news forward. So yeah, I am really happy for the public game launch in May.
And by the way, I just wanted to say one thing. I don't know if you've been following the launch of the Trinity of the Fable game. A fantastic game, one of the most hyped ones and looking good games. And right now they're hardly at even, meaning Roy 1x at the moment. So even if we of course wish them all the best. But once you look at the token chart of Star Heroes, I know we were dumping, but still, guys, it's performing pretty well, and the big things are yet to come. So we
Yeah,
can't
I would
wait.
say more, Jacob. I feel sorry for them because they did really good job. They made really good game. The
Yeah.
problem is that they release it in wrong time. And when you think about it, Star Heroes like made a perfect timing for their listing. I think the Star Heroes listing is 12th of March, while most of the crypto market topped at that time. So that was a perfect timing to provide you with the best value for the airdrop, to provide you with the liquidity for if you want to cash it out. So that was a very, thanks to this we made a record breaking airdrop, right? And thanks to this, the bullish news about Star Heroes spread it well across the whole crypto stage. And now when the game will be back, people will be back also to the game.
And some part of the Star tokens are also included in the GameSwift Treasury. And in this smart way, I will switch to the next topic of our agenda as the time's passing by, because we got a new member of the GameSwift Treasury family, Pan. Could you maybe tell us more about C4E and
Oh yes,
UL1?
obviously. So guys, if you remembered my let's say declaration is, then maybe I will remind it to you. So it was like pretty straightforward. I said that yes, we reached the success, and what we did is we delivered. So far, we delivered 3 listings. It was Starter listing, it was GameSwift listing, and Star Heroes listing. All of them made at least 50x, right? So this is a very good track record. Thanks to this, we created a very big bond between you as our community, because whenever you participated in our public sales, right? Whether it was in Starter, GameSwift, basically our public sale participants were always on profit, right? On a very good profit. So based on this success story, there are more and more projects seeking for the advice. Guys, how you are doing it? Maybe Pan, maybe you want advisory tokens for your advice. Maybe we can pay you for this, right? If you see, I don't want to put my finger on anyone in the space, but probably you might figure it out that there are a couple of successful crypto project funders who are now like making revenue from being like advisors in a lot of teams, right? It's really profitable. It's really profitable. I'm not going to lie about it. But since I am so passionate about the game, so focused on it, I didn't want to engage myself in any of those projects while sacrificing GameSwift ecosystem. So my proposal and my declaration is very, very transparent. I don't want to have any advisory tokens for myself. I would like to have it for GameSwift Treasury, for GameSwift stakers. Thanks, this is kind of the win-win scenario. You are getting exposure for our know-how, for our advisory. You are becoming part of GameSwift family, so our community is more than happy to support you. And you, as our GSWIFT stakers, you are supposed to receive very decent airdrops just by the fact that you are staking GSWIFT. And when you think about it, show me one single token, one single project like this, when you can have something like that, when team members are working apart the major activity about the project that they are advising, spending their time, and it is you to be rewarded by this. I think this is really outstanding. So when I see that GameSwift is like correlated with the overall market, which is bleeding right now, I don't feel, to be honest, any concern, because I know what we are doing. I know that we have very unique know-how. I know how many projects are approaching us. I know how many of them are contributing into the treasury, and Chain for Energy is one of them. Chain for Energy is, even though that they are building on Cosmos, even though that they have nothing to do with Web3 gaming, they are actually a real-world assets protocol and decentralized in the PIN, basically decentralized physical infrastructure. They are still very, very bullish about our committee, about our advisory, and the deal was very, very transparent. We received for our support and advisory 0.5% of the whole total supply for for our GSWIFT stakers governance. Obviously, you can run a proposal to redistribute it back to GSWIFT stakers, which means that you can expect possibly a very good airdrop, right? So yeah, that's why I feel very confident about the future of GameSwift, and to point out more things like this. That's another project incubated by GameSwift. It's Ozu. They are getting really nice traction. They crossed 43,000 followers. They've also received a very good number of daily active users. It's like more than 100,000 DAO. So they are recognizing as sick numbers. Even if you can see the numbers of this tweet, more than 1 million views, they are really doing a great job. So that's another example. The next example of the project incubated by GameSwift, the project that you can expect to be airdropped with, is Doginhood. You remember how it started, right? It started with the tweet of mine when I recognized that, Vitalik Buterin is starting to be bullish about the games with Robinhood games motive, right? I tweeted about it. Here it is. This tweet went viral with more than 100,000 views, and that's how Doginhood has been revealed to the public. It was like 1 month ago, and now Doginhood, thanks to the very good social fine campaign, they crossed 30,000 followers. They received like. Even though that they made a free mint of those soulbound NFTs for the people participating in the social fi campaign, they, thanks to the fact that they had a $1 fee on top of that, they recognize $500,000 on their wallet from this source, which means that they have a lot of fuel, a lot of ammunition for the buyback of Doginhood token. That's super crazy indeed. And that's another project when we try to advise, right? Please remember that we are not part of either Chain for Energy, or we are not also part of Ozu project. Our team is not also part of Doginhood. We are incubating them. I'm going to remind you about this because this might be confusing. How is it working? We are incubating those projects, which means that we are supporting them. We are introducing them to our community. We are promoting them, trying to you as our community to be part of it. But also we are incentivizing GSWIFT stakers with those projects thanks to the airdrop mechanism. So that's something that I wanted to remind you, that when you think about it, about GameSwift in the long-term perspective, you don't necessarily feel afraid of the current price action. You know that probably those projects, they are going to come, whether if not this month, probably the next month. They will probably do it during bullish market conditions. And you know that we are very good in the market analysis. We know how to predict trends, how to choose a good date for the token launch. We made 3 listings with Startera, with GameSwift, with Star Heroes, all of them in a perfect timing, right? Of course, it doesn't mean that we have a crystal ball. It doesn't mean that we are going to make some mistakes in the future. But our recommendation for all of those incubated projects is to postpone their listing, to not do it right now. We'll try to push them into the very good timing to make also your airdrop being highly valuable.
You don't have a crystal ball, but you have crystal balls, Pan. So.
Speaking of boxes, because I see some questions about the boxes, guys. That's the thing that we are very sorry for. We already got most of NFC tags. The production is going to run just after this May holiday. So we expect that in the next meeting, in the next week, we are going to start sending first emails with the whole instruction. Since we are after we missed the deadline, we are going to compensate those peoples with the free shipment. So don't worry, be happy.
Very good. And support us and be with us. Stay with us, guys, as our OGs do. This is actually the last 2 points of our agenda today. So we wanted just to say a big thanks to all of our OGs who have actually reached the OG status. Many of you have been with us from the very beginning, since the GameSwift Discord was launched, and you started with hunters and you climbed up this leaderboard, so to say, to become the real OGs. And there are some perks that come with it, because as far as I know, Pan, you have some private alpha meetings with this exclusive group of people who support us the most on
Yes,
socials, right?
that's why from time to time I'm making those mistakes that I have tendency to leak alpha, because I try to speak with you in the similar way like I speak with GameSwift OGs, which means I try to be like very natural, very transparent. But I need to put on the filter that now we are speaking in public, so not everything I can reveal. While speaking with OGs, I can always tell you more about the future airdrops, about the future plans for GameSwift. So it's really worth to be engaged on the Discord channel, because we are trying to reward those most engaged people, whether it is with alpha or with something else, like this was the case with the allocation in the private round in the GameSwift, right? So that's what we do.
That's it. So, guys, give it all your heart and yeah, push it, because this is the way we will grow. Actually, it's the product, it's the fundamentals, and it's the engagement of the community. So recently, I've seen some complaining in the Games with Fundamentals groups, for example. I think that if you have doubts, if you have questions, if you regarding, for example, the chain and stuff, it's really worthy to jump into the Games with Townhall from the last week, as far as I remember, when Pan was addressing all of those issues and questions in the more honest way possible. Really, man, you were so sad. It was almost sad to see you that, like being so sorry for those gearboxes and chains. But in the end, it's all happening. It's all in the making, guys. So share this energy, please.
Yeah,
Like
thank you.
our
Thank you.
yeah.
By the way, Yellow Boy, I would really appreciate that you are always present on our town halls. I think even though you're maybe not that active on the Discord group, we should really consider adding you into the GameSwift OG. So maybe I'm not going to declare anything, but please come next week and we will try to figure it out.
Exactly. So, how about announcing our ambassadors of the week right now, Pan? The last point of agenda, and appreciating the engagement
Yeah.
and commitment.
So let me announce. Maybe let's start with the fifth place, because I have tendency to do it quite the opposite. So ta-da, the fifth place goes to McDonald's, to the founder of those tasty burgers, especially to David McDonald, who is like tweeting about GameSwift, receiving really nice views score. Thank you. That's really highly appreciated that you keep tweeting about us. The next fourth place goes to Paul Lan. The reason why this place goes to you is that he tweeted with my face, and I am egocentric, so I wanted to reward him. Of course, obviously, I'm joking. The third place goes to famous Monica. Monica is always one of the top performers. So if you don't follow Monica, if you read content in Polish, please make sure to follow her. The second place
By the
goes
way,
to, yeah.
and one question: did you meet Monica in real life? I would really like to say big thanks to her in real life. It's just amazing that no matter the market conditions, thought or whatever, Monica always has this energy, to give you
Yeah.
motivation to work hard. It's fantastic job. Thanks a lot.
Yes, so obviously, and I think, please, Monica, correct me if I am wrong, but I think that we have even seen each other during InvestCAF's conference, right? So thank you for your engagement, because it is really cool to I really appreciate committee members who are with us, whether we experience ups or downs, because hating when you have some downfall is really short-sighted, short time oriented. I really appreciate those who can see things in the bigger picture, right? um, Żyj lepiej z crypto, so live better with crypto, is one more time in the top 5. This time he scored the second place, so shout out to you. Very nice tweet with more than 15,000 views. And watch out, the first place goes to Pavelverse. Pavelverse is, I think it's
Oh,
not the first time Pavelverse has been rewarded with the first place. I think this tweet should definitely should be redistributed much more than it's been redistributed, because there was a lot of statistics with it in. Pawnee has, and if you think about it, it's kind of the alpha, right? Because since then Star Token has pumped, and it was Pawnee who, let's say, predicted this, because what he saw, what is that a lot of heroes has been sold. It means that a lot of star tokens were taken out from the circulation. It means that 50% of those star tokens will be burned. So that's a lot of bullish details for the star token. And at that time when Pawnee tweeted about it, there were not many people speaking about it, right? So even though that this tweet had not, let's say, recognized a lot of views, we wanted to reward Pawnee for sharing a really high quality content.
that's it. Yeah, the hero sale was a massive success, but right now it's time to actually use those heroes and upgrade them in the hero app, because just having them like that, I don't know.
Yes. So, guys, one more time, we are like trying to stay very humble. We know, we feel your pain. We are also very open to address any of your concerns, because usually when there is a bear market, there is no use of releasing bullish news, because nobody cares. It's a lot of teams are hiding during that time. Our approach is a little bit different. Maybe from the perspective of time, it will be funny to watch Pan Paragraf being sad and like devastated, but maybe I am different, right? We would like to be with you during this time. We would like to answer your concerns, address every single detail which like make you feeling anxious about our future. That's what we do, and my expectation is that for several weeks there might be kind of the sideways price action in the crypto market. So don't expect too much from the crypto projects, that they are going to announce a lot of things, but that's a good time to be back to fundamentals, to be back to what is ahead of us. For the GameSwift ecosystem, there are a lot of projects to be incubated, to be airdrop. There is GameSwift modular blockchain ahead. There is GS AI. If you missed out one of the previous town halls, I tried to address those questions, because I think the biggest criticism was connected with the fact that we kept saying that that this GameSwift modular blockchain is just around the corner. But guys, I think I want to make these things really clear. There is no use making big marketing campaign during bearish market conditions like this. Even if you could see those top 5 ambassadors. I remember our town halls, Kubasku, 2-3 months ago. The top 5 usually reached like 500,000 views, right? If you had like less than 10,000 views, then you had no chance to be part of top 5 GameSwift ambassadors. Now, like there is kind of the disbelief in the market. The YouTube channels, the content creators, they are experiencing decrease in the reach. So we are probably not going to announce anything very big in the next 2 weeks, but that's kind of the opportunity for those who are like diamond holders, who are like seeing things in the bigger perspective. At the same time, we are let's say fully committed to be transparent, to stay focused. Obviously, I don't want to put this on the market conditions with the GameSwift testnet, because it was supposed to be delivered at the end of February. That was the time when the market conditions were still bullish. That's why I addressed this in the previous town hall, when I shared with you the backstage, the piece of the backstage, actually, why it was postponed. More of that I shared with GameSwift OGs on this Monday. I don't want to put the blame on anyone else. You know who we are cooperating with within the development of GameSwift blockchain. And what I can say is the reason why we've been saying that it's just around the corner is due to the fact that we did our job, and it was like 80% of the whole development. The resting 20% was connected with our partner that is cooperating with us on this GameSwift modular blockchain operations. But they've been missing the deadlines every single week. They've been declaring that yes, it's around the corner, we are going to deliver this next week. Now they said like that it's going to be postponed again. So that make us really upset. We don't want to point out you know who I am talking about if you're if you're around the GameSwift for the long time. We announced who is our main, what is the infrastructure that we are building on like 1 year ago. So you might recognize like the reason. At the same time, that's part of the crypto game. Developers have tendency to not deliver deadlines. The reason why I'm telling you about this openly is I don't want to put my developers in the same league like the others. It's we don't feel that it's our blame because we did everything on time. It's actually the other side which missed the deadline, and that's why we are considering, since our job is mainly done, we're considering also the pivot around the main, let's say, engine provider. I'm not going to get into the details. I did it with the GameSwift OGs, but when you think about it, this might turn out to be even more bullish for the GameSwift token and for the GameSwift ecosystem. Please stay tuned. Try to be patient. I know it's painful, but patience usually is rewarded.
And the only constant thing is the change itself. And usually, from my experience, when we have to change something, it turns out for good. So I have a feeling that it will be the same with this news regarding the GameSwift chain right now.
Yeah,
So,
the
Pan, it's
only thing
already,
is about GameSwift chain is, like the most challenging work has been already done, right? It's 80% of the job. The missing element is on the side of let's say the whole engine provider. That's what we are missing, and if not with the provider that we are using right now, then we might consider also the other sources. And one thing is sure, this is once we made the business decision about it, delivery of the chain is the matter of maximum 1 month. That's the declaration from our team. So now it's about making the business decision whether to pivot from the current engine provider to another one. We are giving us some time till the next week to make this decision, but probably we are going to deliver. I'm pretty confident by saying that we'll be able to deliver our promise about the chain within the next within the end of this quarter or the start of the next one. So yeah, stay tuned. Maybe there will be a surprise for you. So yeah, that's it.
That's it. I think we'll be closing with this. You just said let's pivot, and I thought of pivo, which is beer in Slavic languages, because right today is the holiday in many countries. Actually, this is the Labor Day
Let us
right
know
now.
what country you are from and whether you have holiday today or not. Here in Poland, we have.
Not us too. Us both, I mean, but a lot of people are right now out walking, taking a stroll, pivoting, so to say.
I remember like the I think it was like 6 years ago when we've been living with each other while studying law on Jagiellońska University, and I think what we did on 1st of May was like Pivo Inc.
Pivoting, most probably. Yeah, but the worst thing about those studies was, man, that we always had to study the hardest when it was the most beautiful outside. Like
Yeah.
you never appreciate the spring, early summer because you're always just crunching. So I really prefer to crunch in Web3 right now and have a possibility of going out for a stroll or pivoting.
But I've been speaking with Professor Farmer. He's been also studying with us, and what he said that that maybe even studies were better because there was like 2 periods when you get busy. There were like exam sessions in January, February, then in May, June, right, and that's over, right? In crypto there is a exam session every single day. Every single day is full of surprises, of unexpected things. So when you think about it, maybe we are now maybe we will start missing our studies.
Yeah, this is true a little bit. I have to admit that, the whole bull market is one big exam session. Like for fuck's sake, it's like every day. But of course, my hope is that this session will start as late as possible. So we want this bull run to last forever, of course. But some good holiday will also do at
Yeah,
some point.
let's be honest with each other, guys. There's no doubt that one day we'll be back to the bear market. Then probably there is no use by being 24 hours active in the crypto space. It's better to take some rest. So it's inevitable. We'll see when. It's just a matter. It's not a matter of why. It's a matter of when. I don't think so that it is right now. We'll see. Maybe next town hall outside. Yellow Boy, that's a very decent proposal. We should consider this for sure.
Last time it was a yacht in Dubai. Wasn't that enough? Like,
Oh yeah, and then I had
yeah,
to address the concerns that GameSwift is already like took their profit and working hard, working hard on the yacht party, right?
on the boat.
I see UK is at work. In Newcastle, we feel really sorry for you. But on the other part of the globe, South Africa is on holiday.
South Africa, amazing, man, that we have people like NFT Drops listening to us and watching us from South Africa. Like, that's beautiful, really. I love it.
Yeah,
But
that's
and the
really
interesting
cool.
thing is that this is the same time zone, actually. This is amazing for me. The other side of the globe, but actually it's the exact same time zone. And we could be
Oh
right
yeah,
now in South Africa
oh
and
yeah.
work and stay inside and crunch every day like we do.
Yeah,
But
and I
it would
think
be
the
so.
crypto banter is from South Africa, so that's why there are a lot of crypto members from from South Africa as well. That's my guess. You can tell me in F drops whether it's true or not.
Aloha from Hawaii.
Oh
Wow.
yeah. Tell me whether it's holiday or you already the millionaire and you're just spending some good time with chicks on the beach in Hawaii. I'm really curious. Oh, Liverpool UK is in. Happy to see you, Chris69. Chris69, I'm curious whether it's the date of your birth or something else.
Maybe both.
Oh yeah, and NFT drops. Thanks for the reminder from official GameSwift account is being promoted for the official member of GameSwift OG group. So happy to see you on board, NFT drops.
I live here.
You live here? Wow, that's crazy. How do you like living in Hawaii? I'm really curious. I've been I spent the last 2 years in Portugal, also just by the ocean, and what I start to recognize is that you stop to appreciate like the good things about the place that you are living in. During the first months I was like crazy. I was like super bullish about Portugal, but then with every single month I started to see that it's like beautiful beach, beautiful sand, beautiful ocean, but who cares, right? And now I start missing it again after being back to Poland. So yeah,
but who cares?
Who cares?
Wait.
Oh, Jari, you love it. Perfect. Yeah, so Jari, our mission is basically to make you, of course, being millionaire by being part of the GameSwift, but that's who cares or who cares.
Kasha, you're
Okay,
like,
now
we're
I
not
understand.
enjoy this, Woodman. Don't leak any alpha. Now you get it, right?
Now I get it, because I didn't understand why you've been saying who cares, and I
And
thought,
you thought
okay.
it was just some other bullshit from myself, and now you
Yeah,
do,
I thought that
because you said.
that. Yeah. I thought that you were like that's kind of the inside joke, but yeah.
No, he said, who cares? It was the meaning
No,
was that there's the beauty of nature, but actually after some time you stop to appreciate that fully. But when you come back, you realize that you are very fortunate to live in such a beautiful place. So Jari, really, in a sense, you're already a millionaire, You're living in one of the most beautiful spots in the whole world. So this
that's
is a
true.
dream come true already. Okay, maybe let's wrap it up.
Time to wrap it up a little. Yeah, I'm afraid of spreading the fact that GameSwift CEO is speaking about hookers during GameSwift Townhall. So maybe it's time to have some rest during 1st of May. Thank you, guys. We see next week, and let's get ready for the next GameSwift Townhall.
Yeah, see you next week. And please stay engaged, guys. Show us the energy. We need
Yeah,
that, you need it. And in the end, we are all on the same spaceship. See you.
yeah. Now